Let's make a pumpkin paper garland. This is cardstock, and these images are from the Graphics Berry blog, but I did alter the color with my Procreate to make them more orange on the yellow side. You could use construction paper, you could buy paper or order paper, and these are pieces of upcycled cardstock from cereal box, cat food box, things like that. You're going to use a pumpkin template or an outline. I've created one and I'm including that in the description if you'd like to purchase that on my Etsy digital pattern shop. You're going to cut out 6 of the pumpkin background and 6 of the middle piece and 6 of the stem. And you're going to do this in the cardstock with the colors as well as the upcycled cardstock cardboard material for the backing. Once you've cut them all out, you're going to layer them together, and I'm going to be using Mod Podge to glue them as well as seal them. You could use school glue, or even if you just wanted to use hot glue or a glue stick would be fine as well. I like Mod Podge because it gives a nice seal to it where I feel like it'll last a long time. You can trim off any excess that overhangs, but it's not completely necessary. You do want to poke your holes in the same spot on every pumpkin so it hangs evenly on the garland. And I'm using Mod Podge to finish and seal each piece before I assemble them. And this is my favorite hot glue I talk about all the time, and the brand is Sure Bonder, and it has an excellent hold and I highly recommend you try it. So you want to glue your stem and your centerpiece on, and I feel like this part is like so much fun and it really reminded me of paper dolls. So once you get all your pumpkins glued together, you're going to string them on your garland. However, I decided I was also going to add a bow, and I'm using a jute twine to string all the pumpkins together, and I also use the jute twine to tie 6 little miniature bows, and I'm just using a dab of hot glue to center them on the pumpkins. This is one little tip here for when you're stringing a twine. Let's say you're beading something like wood beads, or you're doing something like this paper garland. You use tape and wrap it around the end and trim it to a little bit of a point, and it's sort of like a shoelace, how the end is like that hard plastic, and it makes it a lot easier to thread through the holes of your pumpkin. And then once you get to the very end, when you tie your other loop, you can just trim it off. And before you start weaving it through, you want to loop one end. Go ahead and add your pumpkins all on the garland, chain them all together, and you start with your twine or your cording going through the front, across the back, and back out the front on the left hole. And just gently tug them down, and you want to space them nice and evenly and tie your loop at the other end, and you're all finished. And if you're using a cording that has a lot of sliding, you could on the backside put a little dab of hot glue to hold each string. Anyways, thank you so much for watching.